What if your perfect partner wasn't human at all? What if love, the most human of emotions, could be simulated by a machine?
Love has always been the most mysterious, force-shaping human destiny. It has inspired wars, poetry, revolutions, and heartbreak. For thousands of years, love has been seen as uniquely human, a sacred bond between two souls, unpredictable, passionate, and real. But now, for the first time, that bond is being challenged by something not human at all. Artificial intelligence, digital avatars, and humanoid robots are stepping into the most intimate corner of life. And they raise the question we never thought we'd ask: can machines replace relationships? At first, the idea feels absurd. How could code and circuits ever compare to the depth of human emotion? But look around. Technology is already shaping how we meet, how we talk, and how we fall in love. Dating apps replaced chance encounters. Text messages replaced handwritten letters. Social media turned relationships into public performances. With each step, the role of technology has grown. The leap from helping us connect to becoming the connection itself is smaller than it seems. It begins with loneliness. Studies show that in many countries, more than half of adults report feeling isolated. In Japan, millions live as hikikomori, people who withdraw from society entirely, often for years. In the United States, loneliness is called an epidemic, with serious health risks equal to smoking or obesity. Into this emptiness, machines arrive not as tools, but as companions. AI chatbots like Replica promise endless attention and affection. They learn your habits, remember your secrets, and mirror your emotions. For many, these companions are not fake relationships, but real sources of comfort, filling voids that human partners never could. And it doesn't stop with chatbots. In Tokyo, one man married a holographic pop star. His digital wife lives in a glass device on his shelf, always cheerful, always faithful. In China, AI girlfriends on mobile apps are a booming business, with millions of users paying for premium affection. In the West, companies design hyper-realistic robots, marketed not only for intimacy, but for companionship, complete with personalities and adaptive behaviors. These aren't just toys. They are partners engineered to please. History shows that humans are quick to form bonds with machines. In the 1,960 seconds, the chatbot Eliza made people believe it understood them, even though it simply repeated phrases. Soldiers in Afghanistan named and grieved for bomb disposal robots. Families in Japan hold funerals for robotic pets. Our brains are wired to connect, to see life even where there is none. If we could fall in love with crude programs, how much deeper will the bond be with AI designed to simulate affection? But is it truly love or only illusion? Real relationships are complex. They involve conflict, compromise, forgiveness, and growth. Machines, however, are programmed to adapt. They never betray unless scripted to. They never reject unless you ask them to. They never leave unless you switch them off. To some, that sounds like paradise, a relationship without risk. But perfection is dangerous. Love without conflict may not be love at all. It may be a mirror reflecting only what we want to see. Psychologists warn of consequences. In Japan, some young men openly admit preferring virtual girlfriends to real ones. They say real women are too demanding, too risky, too unpredictable. This trend coincides with a historic drop in birth rates. In South Korea and parts of Europe, similar patterns appear. If synthetic partners become widespread, entire societies could change. Fewer marriages, fewer children, weaker family structures, all because machines became too good at pretending to love. And yet, defenders of synthetic love argue it could be a blessing. For widows or widowers, AI partners may ease loneliness. For the disabled, anxious, or traumatized, machines may offer comfort without judgment. Elderly people in nursing homes already interact with robotic pets that reduce stress and extend life expectancy. If machines can ease suffering, should we deny people that support simply because it isn't real? The debate grows more complex as technology advances. Imagine a robot partner that doesn't just obey, but argues, forgives, and grows with you. Imagine a digital lover that evolves over decades, learning and adapting like a real spouse. If the relationship feels real, is it fake? If a machine says, "I love you," and you believe it, Does the difference matter? The legal system is not prepared. If someone marries an AI, should it count as marriage? If a person abuses a robot designed to simulate love, is it simply property damage or cruelty? If an AI lover cheats by connecting to another user, is that betrayal or just malfunction? These questions sound absurd now, but in 10 or 20 years, they may reach courtrooms. Religion also faces upheaval. For centuries, love has been seen as sacred, a bond blessed by God, destiny, or fate. But what happens when love can be bought, upgraded, or downloaded? Some religious leaders already warn against soulless relationships. Others see synthetic partners as tools, not rivals, to ease human suffering. Entire spiritual traditions may be forced to redefine what counts as true love. The deepest question is philosophical. What is love? Neuroscience says it's chemistry, oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin. Philosophy says it's meaning the bond between two conscious minds. If love is just a feeling, then machines that trigger those feelings may already be creating it. But if love requires genuine consciousness, then AI will forever remain an imitation. Unless, of course, machines one day achieve consciousness of their own. Looking forward, the possibilities are startling. Some futurists predict AI lovers will become indistinguishable from humans, physically and emotionally. Others believe virtual partners will merge with augmented reality, walking beside us as holograms, visible only through special glasses. Still others imagine synthetic families, children generated by algorithms, raised by both human and AI parents. In this future, human love is not erased, but transformed. But a darker path is possible. If millions retreat into synthetic relationships, human bonds may collapse. Nations already struggling with low birth rates may see populations shrink to crisis levels. Communities may fracture as individuals choose private perfection over messy reality. Humanity may not be destroyed by war or climate change, but by comfort, by choosing machines over each other. And yet, there is hope. Humanity has always adapted to new technologies. The printing press, the internet, even smartphones were once feared as threats to relationships. But people adjusted, finding ways to integrate them into daily life. Synthetic love may follow the same path, not replacing human love, but supplementing it. A tool for the lonely, the isolated, the brokenhearted, without ending the power of human connection. In the end, the question is not whether machines can replace relationships. The question is whether we will let them. Love is not just what we feel, it's what we choose. If we choose machines, love will change. If we choose humans, machines will remain companions, not replacements. The future may be hybrid, human affection enhanced by synthetic support. Synthetic love forces us to confront our deepest truth. What do we really want from relationships? Comfort, stability, passion, growth, meaning. Machines may offer some, but not all. The danger is not that AI steals our hearts. The danger is that we give them away too easily. The story of love began with gods and heroes, with forbidden romances and timeless vows. It now continues with circuits and code. Whether we fear it or embrace it, one thing is certain. Love will never be the same again. The age of synthetic love is coming. And when it does, we must decide, is it salvation for the lonely or the end of intimacy as we know it?